Welcome to Scone Bake and Beyond. Hi, I'm Kathy, and I enjoy making scones, muffins, cookies, and all sorts of delicious baked goodies. Today, I'm going to share with you my recipe for ginger chocolate chip oatmeal cookies. I spiced up my oatmeal cookies with warm spices and crystallized ginger. And for a little sweetness, I added milk chocolate chips. I think these oatmeal cookies will become one of your family favorites. So, let's bake. When making cookies, the first thing I want to do is cream my butter and my sugars together. So I have 1 cup of butter, 1 cup of dark brown sugar, 3/4 cup of caster sugar. They all go into my stand mixer here. I'm going to put this on medium-high speed and I'm going to cream it together until it's really light and fluffy, and that takes about 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, now that's nice, light, and fluffy, I'm going to scrape down the sides. So to this, I'm going to add 2 eggs and 1½ teaspoons of vanilla extract. I'm going to put this on medium speed until the eggs are incorporated and it's nice and smooth. Okay, now that that's nice and smooth, it's time to get on with our dry ingredients. In this bowl, I have 2 cups of unbleached flour, and now it's time to add the warm spices. I have 2 teaspoons of ground ginger, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg, and 1/4 teaspoon of cloves. And that'll add a nice warmth to these oatmeal cookies. I have 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. We're going to whisk this together. So now we're going to add the dry ingredients while the mixer's on low, and we're going to add it in very slowly. If you go too fast, you're going to have flour everywhere. We're going to continue on low speed until all the flour is incorporated. Then I'm going to bump it up to medium speed until it just comes together. There, it's just come together, so I'm going to scrape down the sides again. We're going to add 3 cups of old-fashioned oats. These are not quick oats, these are old-fashioned oats, and 3 cups. We're going to put this on low speed until it just comes together. Okay, it's just incorporated, and it's time to scrape off the beater here. Get everything off of there, get everything off the sides so it all gets incorporated. So I'll get all that scraped off. There we go. So now we're going to add the crystallized ginger. And this is 1/2 cup of crystallized ginger, and this is pretty much what it looks like. So what we're going to do is we're going to chop this up to about pea size, a little smaller than raisins. This crystallized ginger adds a nice little spicy heat to these oatmeal cookies. So now we'll just drop those in. And now just to add a little sweetness, I am adding 1 cup of milk chocolate chips. Now I'm going to put this on low because it's a lot for this to mix up and it's getting really thick. So just on low until it's just incorporated, and then I'll finish mixing it by hand. And I need to move that up. Otherwise, it's not mixing anything. About 5–10 seconds later, we're pretty well mixed up. So just get everything off the beater here. It's a real thick cookie dough, so just make sure when you stir it, you have a really strong spatula. I do have to admit, I have broken some spatulas. I want to make sure that all the ginger pieces and all the chocolate chip is truly combined throughout the cookie dough. So let's clear the decks, and it's time to start scooping. So I have here my baking sheet, and I've lined it with parchment paper. and I have a number 40 scooper, and it's about 1.5 tablespoons. I like using a scooper because then my cookies are a lot more uniform. We're just going to scoop on here, and I just put 12 cookies on my baking sheet here. There we go. I will be making more cookies. This is just the first batch. So I preheated my oven at 350 degrees, and we're going to bake these for 9 to 12 minutes. Okay, it's been 11 minutes, and these cookies smell wonderful. You can smell all those wonderful warm spices. But the first thing I want to do is I want to get these cookies off this baking sheet because I don't want the bottoms of the cookies to overbake. So I'm just going to slide the parchment and the cookies right off. We're going to let these cool completely, and then it's time to try one. They're finished baking, and so now it's time to try one. They have cooled down, and they're still a little bit warm. And the first thing is, oh, you can smell those warm spices of the ginger and the cinnamon and the cloves and the nutmeg. And you can see the chocolate chips on here. It's time to open it up and take a look at it. Oh, look at that. They're just nice and ooey gooey, and you see the chocolate chips in there. Oh, the butter in there. Oh, these are going to be so good. So now it's time to try one. They just almost melt in your mouth. They are so good. The first thing you'll do is you'll taste that milk chocolate. But after a while, you get that spicy heat of those crystallized ginger. These are so good. I think these will become your family favorite oatmeal cookies. For the complete recipe, please go to my website, sconebaking.com, and there is a link below. If you like this recipe, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe for future videos. I hope this recipe inspires you to bake. Thank you for watching.